Oh, wait, wait. I want to check this really quick. I just want to check this really quick. Just really quick. Just 1 second. Just one. It's an unknown number. I don't know.
Hi, kids. This is Meryl Huntsman. Oh, how I wish I was there with you tonight. How I'd like to be in that audience looking into your faces. I just want you to just stop and think. As you're all there together, I want you to realize that never again will you be in the same situation with these same kids, with these same people making a tribute to such a wonderful woman. You may give many tributes in your life, and you may be in many places where you'll be on stage performing for people you love. But remember, this is the only time you will ever all be together again for this special occasion to pay tribute to Miss Pat for all she has done and for all she has meant to you and to all of us. I love you. Wish I was behind the piano tonight with you guys. Have a wonderful, wonderful evening. And know that I love all of you. Pat, love you. Bye.
Well, here we are. Here I stand on this Ned stage all over again. It just feels right, you know? It does feel right. I feel like we owe it all to JRPD. Josh Quinn! Well, if we must, we must. JRPD, let's celebrate a program no one could replicate. A night we've chosen to celebrate the tireless ladies who have made it great.
First there's Miss Pat, who leads the pack. Then Miss Diane, who keeps the sets on track. As a team they sure display a knack. And now tonight we're here to pay them back.
Look around, everybody. Everybody in this room is here to celebrate Jackson Recreation Parks Department, Children and Teen Theater, and most especially, Miss Patricia Alford.
Yes, for years! For years, Miss Pat has delighted us, she has inspired us, but most of all, Miss Pat entertains you. Miss Pat makes you smile.
She has done a few shows, some old and some new shows in her own special style.
Miss Pat entertains us, but tonight Miss Pat's for you.
Tonight we're going to revisit some of our old songs, some of the old shows that Miss Pat has directed throughout the years. So Miss Pat, tonight is all about you. We'll take a trip through some memories or two, and who knows, I'll bet you'll know each song we will do. Pat's Entertainment, so let us entertain you, and you'll have a real good time. Yes, ma'am, Miss Pat, tonight for you.
Oh yeah!
Thank you, sir. Please, thank you. Please sit down, everybody. Please, we have a show to do. Well, as we said, we are here tonight to celebrate JRPD, and especially Miss Pat, and the wonderful work that she has done and continues to do for all of us in West Tennessee with the arts. I'm David McCall.
And I'm John West.
And as you can tell by our tux tails, we are serving as your MCs for the evening.
Who came from, where's everybody from tonight? Did somebody come from really far for the holidays or to be here? Who's our farthest person? Say what?
North of the bypass.
North of the bypass over here. Can anybody beat it? Can anybody beat it?
North of the bypass. Do you have anybody?
Anybody? Tokyo!
I'm sorry, I think North of the bypass has you beat. Good effort. Tokyo, Japan, ladies and gentlemen, from Miss Pat Alford. You know...
Albania. We'll have to get.
Where's Albania? Isn't that sound of the bypass?
We're actors. We don't.
Some of you know, some of you don't. David and I came to know Ms. Pat and the Children and Teens Theater around the same time. We're both from very small towns, about an hour away from Jackson. And before this, the only theater we had ever done had been, the Easter Passion plays at church, or perhaps self-mounted one-man productions of the Time Daily Revival of Gypsy in our kitchens. So, the opportunity to be here in Jackson and do real theater with people like us was such a thrill, as I know it was for many of you.
When we heard that tonight was happening, we jumped at the opportunity to be a part of this.
And as we were thinking about what to do, and just all the people that made it so special, we had so many memories come to us.
Oh, yeah. Oh, gosh, think about the ladies behind the table, all you guys who have taken part in Jackson, or in the teen theater, the children's theater. The ladies behind the table, not just Miss Pat, Miss Diane, Miss Jennifer, who's here, but that marvelous Miss Marilyn Huntsman, who of course can't be here, who provided that message for us. But doesn't everybody remember her saying, "Practice makes permanent"? What was it? Do you know what, clear as mud, kidlets. One of those right there. Or, hey, ladybugs, that was a rhetorical question. If you don't know what that means, look it up.
And then, of course, there was the divine Miss Jackie Utley. Miss Jackie was a wonderful, choreographer among many other things. But she taught us there were a number of ways to move from one side of the stage to another. For instance, you could amoeba down stage left, or you could cattle on over to that rock over there, starting with your other left foot.
So, of course, we have plenty more memories to come and more songs and just a celebration. But first, an introduction for a young man who has known the difference between stage left and stage right since he was able to crawl, Mr. Sidney. No, I'm not going to the men's warehouse with you guys. Berngash.
How's everybody doing? Hey, Miss Pat, looking good. It is my pleasure to present to you all our City Councilman, Mr. Scott Conger, who has a little presentation for Miss Pat.
Well, I don't know how to follow that. Pat, it's an honor to be here tonight. She's watched so many of us in this room grow up, and when I was asked to do this, I jumped at the opportunity. So tonight we're going to read a proclamation. Whereas Pat Alford was employed by the City of Jackson on June 1st, 1968, 44 and 1/2 years ago. I don't know why they put that in there. After serving in various capacities within the police and planning departments, Pat was promoted to the Director of Community Education position within the Jackson Recreation and Parks Department. And whereas she later advanced to the position of Superintendent of Recreation and Parks, in that capacity, Pat was responsible for camps, classes, programs, cultural arts, and special events. Thousands of people, young and old alike, benefited from these programs each year. And whereas while serving as the building manager of the Ned R. McWhorter West Tennessee Cultural Arts Center, Pat brought in many live shows featuring a wide variety of musical and stage stars, including Kathy Mattea, Nickel Creek, Don McLean, Leon Russell, Mark Cohn, Jim Brickman, Riverdance, Virtuoso Ellen Ivers, Jim Brickman, Hal Holbrook, and Jennifer O'Neill. And whereas an enthusiast of all forms of art, Pat has encouraged many visual artists to display their work in the Nedge Arts Gallery for the enjoyment of the Jackson community. And whereas as the director of the Jackson Children and Teen Theater, Pat has challenged and inspired hundreds of young people to engage with theatrical talents on stage. Many of your young thespians went on to become theater teachers and community theater actors throughout the nation. Some have become Broadway stars, and others have been accepted into prestigious professional performing arts schools. And whereas as actors in Miss Pat's plays, many young people, including those present here tonight, gained a lifelong appreciation for the performing arts. With Miss Pat's gentle and sometimes stern tutelage, young performers have been able to reach themselves to the effect and move audiences. And whereas even though Pat is no longer a full-time city employee, we are most fortunate that she has agreed to continue to direct the Jackson Children and Teen Theater, thereby enabling more young people to enjoy the stage. Now therefore, I, Scott Conger, on behalf of Jackson Mayor Jerry Gist, do hereby proclaim Saturday, December 29, 2012, as Pat Alford Day, and urge all citizens to recognize Pat's many accomplishments and service to our community. And Pat, I have one more presentation, if you could come up here. Jackson Mayor Jerry Gist and the City Council, it's my esteemed pleasure and honor to present you a CD key. It's a key to the city. That's why I was never on stage.